Welcome back, welcome again. This time around quite a bit of an update since last video. As you can see, it's starting to look more like a motorcycle. I've managed to do fabricated handlebars now, which turned out to be more expensive than I wanted to, but that is done. I probably could have gone with just normal off the shelf, but I wanted slightly thicker ones. And I wanted to make sure that when I actually weld in the slimmer bits for the whole of the controls, that the way it is done, they are offset to the front, so the master cylinders can actually utilize that space that they have cut out, and you can slide them all the way in, which makes a nice difference. It was sort of an afterthought on the Harley when I done handlebars for that, so I made sure to do it this time around. I have also now reshaped the seat base. It sits where I want it now, ish. So this is ready for upholstery now. But before I hand it over, I am actually sorting out the rear mount point, which will act as both the mounting point for the seat and for the rear rack that I'm modifying a little bit as well. So the way it's gonna, because these are the universal ones, and they have just one mounting point in the back in the middle, causing them to wobble. So I have cut this out and I'm replacing it with a bar that goes across from one to the other strut, and it will utilize the bolts that actually struts are using for the same purpose. And just going to put nice dome end nuts on the end, and that's going to look really nice and tidy. I have now finished the electric box as well. As you should be seeing on a close-up now, it does follow the curve of the mudguard rather nicely. I'm really pleased with that. Of course, on this side it still has the shape to accommodate the shaft. So it sits at the appropriate level. What I had to do is fucking shift it away. I have done a bracket underneath, so that sits nicely on a bracket now. And in the middle of the bracket also you will have a mounting point for the reg rack to go underneath. So that will be nice and tidy. The cables to the box, they will be going from underneath, and they will be coming out somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. The change in plans with regards to the box is that, yes, I have tried to fit everything in and it doesn't. So what I will be doing is, because the seat has this nice elevated shape here, the space underneath the seat is perfect to house the coils. So I will be doing a nice compartment for the coils, and then I'll be linking everything up together. This way I will actually get away with not having to lead out the coil cables from the box. They will be just following the frame neatly over here, hardly visible, ideal. And I think that is at the moment it in terms of the updates. Like I said, the handlebars posed a bit of a challenge because, of course, with an awful lot of heat put into them while welding, of course they had to move. When I was welding them, I did have them in the top yoke, but when I welded the top bar in, it pulled regardless, so it was under stress. So when I actually tried to take it out, I couldn't even undo the bolts, so I had to whack in that separator here, which I intended anyway. So I whacked it in, that spread the bars a little bit. I was able to undo it, and I thought, oh, it's perfect. So I've welded properly that up as well, and that shrunk a little bit as well. So it's like, oh God, come on. But what I've opted to do is just enlarge the slots in the actual yoke sideways, so I won't have this movement, and it's very unlikely that I will have movement side to side. It's like 1.5 mil each way, and that actually works. So what is next? I want to have it running. Now that the box is finished, it just needs a, it's still empty inside, it just needs one sort of shelf putting in for the CDI and for the fuse box. I want to wire everything up. I'll do the coil compartment next, finish up on the rack, and then I'm going to be moving on to probably front mud guard, headlight mount, and I am still thinking how to do the pegs. It's still a little bit up in the air, but I'll come up with something eventually. When I was not in the workshop, what I've done also, I did a little bit of CAD work. So these mounts here, you know, I have a pair missing in the front, so I have designed almost a replica of these, just different dimensions. I have the alley now, so I will be passing that on to somebody that's skilled with machining to make me a pair for the front as well, so I'll be able to secure the engine there. And yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. That's already quite a few steps ahead. Oh, another thing that I have that I will probably do quicker, sooner rather than later, is the speedometer. I have a 52 mil speedometer that I intend to have a really nice like compartment underneath here. So it's going to be sitting central, and I will utilize the rest of the space actually to put some indicators like oil pressure and maybe something else, just just so I can have an eye on this engine, because I'm not quite sure how it's going to be running. And since I'm fabricating, why not? It's just going to be a small diode of some sorts, and that will complete the look on the top as well. Yeah, I have been told to fabricate a little bit of a cowl for it as well, so I'm probably going to make a cowl for it, so it can. It should work quite well, because it's going to sit under it, and I'm going to have a little bit of a shade from the sun, so I can actually read the speedometer. Yeah, that's a nice and quick update. I do appreciate you all popping back in to check up on the progress. It's been a bit quiet now. I'm speeding up a little bit. It's probably going to go down a little bit quiet again once the season starts in a month's time. We're actually going to be busy riding than building, but I will try to keep up with this one. I for one can't wait to actually see it on the road. So with that in mind, thank you very much as usual. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. It will help me immensely to build a community. You will find that I am working on the content, on the production value of the videos. I have started adding the end screens as well. End screens will be there to suggest to you some other videos that perhaps you haven't seen yet. So I'll try to make it a little bit more interactive, and hopefully it will be of benefit to you. So yeah, thanks again, and see you next time.